Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome. Stone and Bone Performing Perspective decided to go live. Redbone will probably be tapping in soon. Um, I decided to just hop on by myself at this time. Dodgers are getting beat up, and then there's so much going on in the world. I just want to see, if anybody had their ears on right now. We can chop it up a little bit, talk about a few things. Um, it don't always have to be so um, what I'm trying to say, so coordinated. Sometimes it could be, just off the top, just organic conversation. I don't mind that, you know. It's a lot going on in the world. Gotta give a sad rest in peace shout out to the homegirl Monique. Um, she lived in the apartments in the Fillmores for a little while there. You know, I used to always tease her, tell her, go put your shoes. She's always want to walk around with those shoes on. I'd be like, go put your shoes. She'd be like, shut up. So that was like our little thing, man. I wish I could have made it to the dam, where everybody was there. Wasn't able to do that, but gotta say rest in peace to her. That's definitely tragic. Her, to all her kids, Tommy, especially Tommy. I used to hit the when I used to do the church on the hill thing. Tommy was like a regular there all the time, so got to know her a little bit. Um, so definitely want to give a shout out to the fam, Vincent Leitner. I know that's your folks, Wolf, all those guys. Um, yeah, sad situation, man. She way too young to have passed like that, especially being a mom and grandma and things like that. That stuff it's never easy. You know what I'm saying? It's never easy, but it's a reality of life. Um, we all got to go through it. Most of us is going through that. With loved ones. Um, really can't get over stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those myself. I haven't. I really don't even talk about it much. But yeah, my my nephew got killed last year, June 2nd. So his the 1 year anniversary of his tragic death just went by, and I've been dealing with that all year. I can't even lie. I've been dealing with that up and down all year. This is the first time I really even talked about it, outside, like to the masses like this. I usually don't even say nothing. I never, put out no Facebook post or nothing about it or nothing. I just had to suck that one up, and that was a deep one. That it's still a deep one. He was only 20 years old, didn't even make 21. Guys just pulled up on him and took him out like that. He wasn't getting banging or nothing. Um, and then we still don't know. Wrong place, wrong time. Um, he was in it. We just don't know who did it, why. All we know is loved one is gone. You know what I'm saying? So it's a tragic thing, you know, but it's the reality of the neighborhoods, and that's why you know we do have this platform here. Um, Cause I would like to see the the never-ending war of black on black. I would like to see that I would like to see that go away. I would like to see blacks be safe in any other black neighborhood. You know, it shouldn't be somebody's death sentence because they wandered off into the wrong territory. Now, I understand if, cats is there trying to plant their flag and get money and not trying to help out the people in the neighborhood. That's one thing. You might have to check that situation. But if you look at the dynamics of the black neighborhood, that's that's a constant. You got all kind of different nationalities in the black neighborhood, making money, and for the most part, they showing up every day making their money, and they're not getting killed. But then, you know, somebody black coming there, and it's an issue. So that type of stuff, I feel, I feel it's time to start getting away from, especially with all that's going on in the world. I think everybody needs to start looking at themselves, looking at others who look like them as as people you may need to depend on if all else fails. You know what I'm saying? Because who knows? You know what I'm saying? You look at every great country or empire, they've all fallen. If you know history, you know. You know what I'm saying? The Egyptian Empire fell, the Greek Empire fell, the Roman Empire fell. You know, everybody that's had an empire eventually is falling. So, who knows how long, who knows when, if we can always be this comfortable, where we are right now. So, that's a little bit about where my head is at. You know what I'm saying? Um, and when I say the thing that's going on in the world, I'm talking about you know you gotta look at downtown LA, like that's the low hanging fruit, man. You got you got people protesting. How ICE agents are just pretty much allowed to roll up and start snatching people up. It's never been in my lifetime. I've never seen nothing like this before. But you got a president who was elected to do just that, and he's carrying it out. You know, um, do I agree with it? Uh, can't say that I agree with it. Um, I kind of look at it, try to look at it from a bunch of different angles. Because um, I'm not I'm not this time. It is a civil rights issue, but I don't think it encompasses my culture as much as it encompasses uh, the Mexicans uh, in America. I don't think this involves blacks in America as much as it involves Mexicans in America. Now, is that a temporary thing? Will it involve blacks in America? Some people think so. Some people think it's just a matter of time. But for right now, it seems to be a Mexican in America situation where um, if it's not them getting snatched up by ICE, it's probably a loved one or somebody that they know. So they're disproportionately affected by what's going on right now. I think it's disproportionate affected by them, especially here in California. And I'm talking about here in California. Um, it may be different in other states, but here in California, most of the migrants are uh, Mexican Mexicans that are in America. So um, again, uh, I try to look at things from a 360-degree angle. I want to see everybody's perspective, and that's how you come to a correct perspective. I don't think you could just come to a perspective from one point of view and that be the end all be all, unless that would make it, you know, that would make too many truths. I believe in only one truth, and that truth has to come about from many different perspectives, not just one. So when I say that, what I mean, okay, you have and me, I think that's one thing that for some reason that's been kind of my thing that I've been blessed to be able to do is take myself out of certain uh, equations and look at it from the outside in. Um, so in this equation, if I'm looking at it from, I would say the white American point of view, um, you have to go from and the point of view that I feel that Donald Trump is pushing, and what resonates or speaks to the other white Americans that are here that follow him. I feel he speaks to them through lens that others of us probably don't look through. So when I say that point of view, I have to start from, I in history class I remember learning about something called manifest destiny. Manifest destiny. If you look that up, you'll see where, and this was taught in the history books. This was taught in my history class. So I'm not just making this up, or I'm not trying to put any conspiracy theory or anything out there. This is what I was taught at, I believe, Lawrence Junior High School in history class. It's called Manifest Destiny. And this is where the white man, when they came to America, they felt taking America was a manifestation of their destiny. A manifestation of their destiny. They were given this land by the God in which they worship. This is what they believed. And they believed anyone else who didn't believe in the God they believed in or worship the God that they believed in, it was okay to kill them and take the land because the land belonged to them. No different than if you read the Bible, when the children of Israel came into the land of Canaan, they had to do a lot of killing to get to get the Canaanites off that land and take it over. So the white man that came to America felt this is what they were here to do. So when the indigenous groups and the Native American groups uh, get mad about this or feel that it's unfair, the white man is saying, hey, this land was given to us by our God. And we're supposed to have this land, and we did what we had to do to take this land. And for the last 250 years, this land has been ours. And we've been able to prosper greatly. And we've set up our laws and our statutes, and this is the way we run things here. So now, that is the perspective I feel white Americans have about America. They feel it's theirs, given to them by the God in which they believe in. So now we go to the indigenous or Native American point of view. And you have to remember, especially here in California, the Native Americans, this all of this land here, especially on the West Coast, was all Native American land. Now, you could get into the indigenous versus Native American argument. I don't have that much information on that as of yet. I'm just getting started in looking at that point of view. But I do know that uh, Mexicans are a mixture of the Native Americans and the European Spaniards that came over, the conquistadors that came over and took over the took over. And at one time, Mexico uh, held this land, held a lot of this land. So a lot of Mexicans feel that they have certain rights to this land, and uh, you have to take into consideration also uh, when you look at the Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty says to the other countries, give us your tired, your poor, your huddled masses. So they're asking for the poor in other countries. They're not asking for the best of the people from other countries. So when Trump says that, to me, it's kind of hypocritical because at one instance you got the Statue of Liberty saying, "Bring your tired and your poor here," but then you have the President of the United States saying no. So how do you rectify that? I've always wondered that. I wish somebody would chime in who has, a perspective on how that's not hypocritical to them. Because to me, it's very hypocritical to say, on one hand, give me your tired, your poor, but then at the same time, you're saying they're not sending their best. Um, but anyway, so you have whites who feel they have, you know, the authority. Then you have the Mexicans who feel they have a right to be here as well. And at some point right now, it's kind of a bad situation. So now you gotta want, like, man, where do the blacks fit in this? Where do blacks fit in this? And like I said before, I don't feel this is really a at this moment. This is a Black in America time to be at the forefront of the situation. I feel we need to be aware of the situation and have, hopefully, you know, you have a united outlook on these types of situations that go on in the world. So, you know, I would like to throw my perspective out there on it, and if anybody's out there listening, chime in, but, for me, um, I never want to, I know, I have a few friends of mine, I speak to now and then, and their perspective is, hey, if we get rid of these guys, that's more jobs for us, right? And that may be true. That may be true. If you get rid of these guys, there's more jobs for us. Um, Not to mention that, it's been, some of the tension that goes on in the neighborhoods between the blacks and the Mexicans. Um, but I've never been one to play, fight, or do anything for second place. I just I don't I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't fight for second place. So it's really not. It comes down to, it's not my call. You know, I'm not in a. I don't make the rules for America, so I don't feel that the Mexicans are stopping me from getting a job or anything else. I feel, I want blacks to start figuring out how we could start hiring ourselves, start getting back some of the skills that we used to have, that we were able to build towns and build roads and colleges and things like that. We were able to do that. We were able to employ each other, and where we never had to leave our own neighborhoods to do anything. And I think that it doesn't take anybody removing somebody else for us to focus on ourselves. So, no, I've never looked at uh, Mexicans as a opposition to me or whatever I was trying to do. Only when, you know, not except, when it got real hot in the neighborhood back in, like, what, 96, 97. It was really, 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 really bad in the neighborhood in Pacoima, between the blacks and the Mexicans. And that was when when you really felt the tension and just, you know wherever you went, it was you had to really have your head on a swivel, and you had to, especially living near Humphrey Park like I did, well, Fillmore Park like I did. So it was really, really tense. And then Pacoima Park was real. It was real tense around there too. So it definitely, but there were some losses taken on their side, losses taken on our side, and it just, it played itself out the way it did. Um, um, but did that make me as a whole say I hate your whole nation of people? No, never made me say that. Never made me feel that way. Um, but yeah, is there competition in the workforce? Yes, sir. Especially if you're doing like a construction gig or something like that, you're gonna be going against. There's gonna be that tension too. It's gonna be uh, competition with those guys. Now, is it possible? Um, and then the situation with the what was her name, Nuri Martinez, that was kind of messed up because that was specifically coordinated to hold blacks back. Like I can't stand when you put a obstacle up for a person, but then stand back and say, you can't get there. You put that obstacle there on purpose. So how are they supposed to get to where they're supposed to get? But you know, all in all, I feel at this time, I feel blacks need to figure out how we can coexist with each other and not try to uh, make enemies anywhere. Like I would say, we don't need to be on the front lines at this point. Now, conversations of how we can help each other is one thing, but frontlining, no. And you gotta think now. You have to think now, um, how a lot of people like to say how Martin Luther King, oh, he never swung back. He never was ready to be violent back, and people were just you know spitting on him and throwing rocks and shooting water at him. You know, and it's you see now why. If you look at because the American government, if you listen to Trump today at Fort Bragg speaking, he made it look like it's foreign invaders in Los Angeles. Now, people in Los Angeles know all of Los Angeles is not burning to the ground. There was never a threat of all of Los Angeles burning to the ground. There's never a threat of that. But when you're talking to people that want to hear that that's what's going on, and you're saying that that's what's going on, guess what the rest of the world is thinking, man? Hey, so now if you look back into the 60s, had Martin Luther King had it erupted or let the people who was marching with him erupt that way, they would have sent the armed forces in to take him and his people out. And those people weren't equipped to fight no army. Just like what's going on right now, they're not equipped to fight an army with what? With rocks. But he has an armed guard out there saying that these people are waving foreign flags and are enemies of the country. So, I think they could take a page out of how Martin Luther King went about handling things, if they're trying to get their point seen and heard across the world, then they need then I would, that's because right now you see the mayor has put out a curfew, and not as many people are even showing up from what I understand. So uh, and it makes it made the protest look like it just was a bunch of people that was looking for a time to loot and burn shit. So that's where I fall on that. You know, what else is going on in the world? The BT, the BT Awards was nice last night. That was probably the best one, like all together in a long time, and I like the way uh, they did it, man. I don't know if it was Kevin Hart's idea, whose idea it was, but those guys put together a show where everybody had to dress classy. Wasn't no whole bunch of wasn't no whole bunch of just twerking and showing your booty. Like people was covered up. People was covered up, and they had a good show. It was a good show. It was very entertaining, and it wasn't just ratchet. You know what I'm saying? It's like somebody. It's like people are deciding that we've gone far enough with the ratchetness. I guess I guess see it I guess see it the Kamala Harris situation where she's trying to run for president, but you got when you trying to promote yourself to black people, you got to have two females up there shaking their ass instead of telling us what we need to hear. You know what I mean? Or selling yourself to the people. So it's very it was different to see. It was different to see the BET Awards without the ratchetness and everything. I think if I had to rate the performances, uh, Snoop was fire. Snoop's performance was fire. I liked it that one a lot. Which other one comes to mind? Oh, that Tiana Taylor. That was crazy. She was like in midair. You know what I'm saying? Pop locking in midair and stuff. So that was tight too, man. I gotta give it to him, man. A lot of the skits was funny with Kevin Hart, but yeah, Snoop Dogg, Tiana Taylor, those was the two best performances. I gotta say, you know what I'm saying? Those they was fire. Um, um, but yeah, so the BET Awards was pretty good last night. Um, uh, there's a lot of speeches. A few people talking about what I was just talking about with the protests and everything. Um, I mean, summer just started, man. It's not even officially summer yet, and this is where we are already. With the protests and everything. I don't know if it's gonna be a long summer, if it's gonna cool down. But if anybody remembers 2017 through 2021, it was just nonstop. It was nonstop drama. So here we are again. I have no idea why uh, the people wanted that again, but that's what it is. So it's not. It seems just nonstop drama with the guy that's in office right now. Um, looks like the bromance with him and Elon Musk has has turned out. You know, um, Elon lost like $40 billion in a couple of days, man. Just to have 40 billion to lose, though, that's crazy. And that's not even counting the 300 million that he spent on 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 getting him getting him elected. So you know, I thought somebody had chimed in on me, man. I was trying to get. I would love to talk to somebody instead of just talking to myself. But anyway, you got Elon Musk. He left the administration, and he feels that what 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 Trump is trying to do is going to send us into a recession. So what? Less than 6 months, and it's already you know, and that's a big. It's already a shakeup. You know, you with the two main dudes that was supposedly in the pocket together. So um, you just gotta wonder where we going with this, um, and what you got now. Trump is getting into it with the governor of California, Newsom. Um, how is that gonna play out? He said the feds in, and Newsom said that we didn't need the feds. Is that overreaching? Is that overstepping? You know, it's a play. It's definitely it's a chess move that Newsom gonna have to respond to. So I guess he's trying to the sue the federal government now. So from what I understand, though, California puts a lot of our tax money into a lot of the tax money that comes from California pays for a lot of these other states. I don't know if everybody knew that or not, but a lot of our state taxes go to other states, and it's a nice amount, like more than what funds hold, like other countries. Like the California revenue would be like the fourth biggest country in the world.
What's up, my brother?
Whoa!
What up?
Y'all, he might stop in.
Man, sorry y'all for being late, man. Taking care of little business. So I'm
I
just catching up with you, Stone. What we talking about tonight, my brother?
Man, I done talked about a little bit of everything, man. I've been on for we going on 40 minutes. I just been running my mouth, trying to
Oh,
see
man.
if I could get anybody to come holler, man. But yeah, I was talking about, of course, I was talking about the protests and everything. Got into a little bit about the BT Awards, but I mean,
Hey, the protest is crazy, man.
what you see out there, bro? Don't talk about it.
Man, my boy shot me a video. He's down there. He lives down there. So it's active. He's like, give or take. I think he's not too far from Skid Row, but he's on the other side. So what I'm saying. But he shot me some pictures. He shot me a couple of videos I wanted to upload. But like I say, man, I was caught up in something. So.
So tell me this: Do you feel Do you feel that the Marines is necessary?
None of that's necessary. None of
Or
that's necessary. None of that's necessary. They didn't have it when we had the when they had the January 6th. Why they didn't call it out for them then?
ooh, That's a great point. That's a great point. Because them January 6th, the J6ers was attacking. They was attacking police and everything that that the protesters out here is being accused of. They being accused of attacking
Man,
stuff, and the
no,
J6ers was doing the same thing.
that's terrible, bro. Like I said, they didn't send them out when they was doing their thing and whatever. And the protest is it it's oh man, hold on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Now, what was you asking me again? Let me get
I
back to
was
the
saying,
topic.
I was just getting your point of view on it. Was the National Guard necessary? Was the Marines necessary? Why do you think the president sent the National Guard and the Marines in? Why do you think he did that? Or what
Honestly,
if you don't feel it's necessary? You didn't feel it was necessary, or why have you? What's your answer? Like, why do you think he did that? Why do you think he sent them?
he don't like us, racist, straight up, ain't gonna front, straight up.
So you think it
I ain't
was
gonna. Hey, racist is a deep
race?
word. You feel what I'm saying? It's deep.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
goes a lot of ways.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say it like that. But it's self-explanatory, man. They come in there snatching these people, doing all this, snatching them just snatching them out the cars and stuff. You know, it's just crazy. Tear gas, throwing them at them people.
Yeah, but so so now the people. Do you think the protesters was getting a little bit out of line though? Do you think the protesters was going too far?
That part, yeah, pretty much. From what I seen, throwing rocks and I seen all them highway patrol cars. That was
Um,
man. Did you see that?
yeah, they
A
doing a
lot of
lot.
that.
They doing a lot. So now, before you got on, I made the point because a lot of people say, "Oh man, Martin Luther King, he just was getting punked, and man, I would have fought. I'd have had to fight back. Ain't no way I'd have let them just do me like that and all this and that." So now you looking at these dudes throwing rocks and doing it like that. Do you think their protest is more effective than how Martin Luther King did his protest, or will be more effective? Which way is more effective? With uh, the violent way to protest, or the peaceful way to protest? Which one do you feel is more effective?
Man, it ain't even our fight to keep it real.
No, I understand. Hey, I made that point. I
It ain't
made
even
that
our fight,
point. I
homie.
made that
No
point that it's
disrespect to my
not.
brown brothers, but the the, the the crap that we've been going through.
Do you think they should? Do you think they should adopt the strategy, not the people, but the strategy that Martin Luther King used to effectively communicate their protests? Should they use a more nonviolent approach? Because, like I was explaining before you got on, the way they're going at it, the president is that's giving him a way to stand there and say these people are foreign invaders waving foreign flags, burning the American flag, beating up police in our country. So do you think with him being able to say that, is that more that's the same thing that would have been said had Martin Luther King went about it went about it the same way that they're going about it. They'd have been able to say they're going to be able to say they would have been able to say, hey, those people are violent. This is why we have to treat them the way we're treating them. If you understand what I was just saying, if those people act violent, that's giving
I understand. I
that's
understand.
giving
I
the
understand.
government a reason to be violent back, and it's gonna make it look justified. So don't you think they should adopt a more peaceful way of protesting?
Man, I just tell you, I don't think none of that protesting shit gonna work anymore. None of that shit gonna work. Keep it real.
Talk about it.
It comes back to like I say, they did more worse shit on January 6th than what we're doing right now. I don't know, but from what it looks like, and it was way more people, bro. Way more people. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't our fight either. But then he let all them. He put what he do? He pardoned all of them. You feel what I'm saying? So
So are
shit
you
crazy.
are you accusing President Trump of selective politicking?
It's right there in front of all of our eyes. Y'all saw it. I ain't the only one that saw what happened. Speak up, world. Y'all saw that shit. What he did. Come on.
So
And then
he's
told him to do it. Come on, bro. It's self politic. It's selective politic. Period. On all of us, homie. Everybody do it. But right now he ain't playing. He's really trying to dictate, being that dictator, doing that dictatorship, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just real. And he about to have a parade.
he about
Draft Dodger have a
he
parade.
about
What
to
kind of
show
shit
the
is that?
world. He want to show the world. He want to jack his thing on. He want to show the world like, look, this is what we working with here in America. If y'all want to act up,
They
is that
voted for it.
is that effective? Is that effective? They was cheering for him at Fort Bragg. He renaming. Oh yeah, he renaming all them Confederate, all the Confederate, uh, all the Confederate army bases. I mean, he's renaming all the army bases back. He's renaming them again uh, after the Confederate generals. So
Oh,
it's
back to what? Oh, okay. So
yeah,
he's giving.
he
So he's
changed his name. He
eventually
changed his
taking us
name back.
back. Taking us back. He's
He
taking us back
changed
to
his
Jim Crow
name
and all.
back.
Taking us
At
back.
the
Make
same
America great again.
time, at the same time, at the same time that he's telling schools not to teach black history and not to teach black history, but he's naming army bases after Confederate generals and people that fought it for the Confederacy. So it's a lot of hypocritical things going on. It's a lot of hypocrisy going on. But this is what's and I don't tell nobody how to vote, but you know, this dude here, man, that guy there, I don't get why I don't get the attraction, especially from blacks. You know, I seen the mayor from Chicago. I watched him say something today. I think it was on Instagram. I watched the clip, and he was talking about how in Chicago, I believe he said 400,000 Ukrainian migrants showed up to Chicago, and there was nobody saying nothing. There's no talk about the 400,000 Ukrainian immigrants that just showed up. So why is Trump going so hard on the brown immigrants and the immigrants from the Congo and all these in those places? Why is he going so hard on those immigrants? Why is he letting South African European Dutch immigrants come to America without no problems. But the brown immigrants gotta go. Like you have to look at that that point of view, and you have to look at. I know Bone wasn't here for how I started it off. Look up that word though. Look up that word I said earlier. Manifest destiny. Manifest destiny. You got to look at it. You got to look at that situation. Um, it's definitely right. Uh, for me, it seems very evident, and so that's why I brought it up, and I would like because I don't want mine to get snuck up on. I want everybody to be aware of what's going on around them and the mindset that puts this in motion. So they're not playing. They're not playing. You know, they believe they're doing God's work. It's a true belief. They believe they're doing God's work. So they're not playing. It's just it's reality. You got to be able to see the perspective they're coming from as well. You know, whether you agree with it or not, you still have to look at it from that lens. Um, so yeah. So you saw that in like I was talking about. The
Did you bring up the? Let me ask you this one. Did you bring up the all the nations that he banned?
I didn't, but
Come on,
all nations of color.
come on, man. So again, is he a racist?
So even the Haitians can't come over here no more.
Again, there's the question, y'all. Is he a racist? But then I got a homie asked me that, and I can't say his name. I'm gonna give him a break right now. But Stone, you know who I'm talking about, okay? But he asked me, was he a racist? And he hit me. He hit a point there. But again, I want to ask him again. What do you think about it, homie? Is he a racist? Look at the shit he just
Hey,
did. Like you say, all the countries that he banned.
all countries of
Did
color.
he ban Russia? No. Ukrainians? No.
Word.
Come on, man. What's up, world? Y'all tap in with us. Talk to us. Tell us what's going on. I'm trying to learn my politics, y'all. So I'm new at it, but hey, I'm getting it in there. I do be observing things. Real talk. I'll be
Hey,
trying,
you know.
but it's something to talk about. What we gonna do is we gonna come together and work with us because right now, like they say, this is not our fight, and we ain't being disrespectful, but she told y'all. The black lady told y'all did not want to vote for her. Y'all wanted this for him. Now y'all mad. Hey, has our gas went down yet?
Gas has not
Wow.
gone down. Groceries are still high.
What the hell?
The war with Ukraine and Russia still going on. The Israel and Gaza still going on.
Come on. And he's about to have a parade.
And he's
Really?
about to have a parade.
And
So
it's his birthday coming up.
so
Come
so
on.
all them other countries, all those other countries are shutting their nose out. They like whatever. But he bullying people right here in America. He's being a bully. So
Oh,
that's
here's another one. Here's another. Speaking of being bullies, what about them two going at it? Him and Eli. Eli say he got Eli know a lot. I mean Eli,
hey,
whatever his name,
hey,
must know a lot. Why? It's finna go down.
I did bring that up. I brought it up, but I didn't bring up that Eli went there on him. Said, "Hey,
Yeah.
Trump,
He
Trump,
said Trump's
Trump,
on all the Trump's in them Epstein
he's
files.
in them Epstein
Gee,
files."
Gee.
So he in the Epstein files. Musk, how
Oh,
you
one more.
know?
Hey,
But look,
let me ask you
look.
this. Hold on, my turn. My turn.
All
Stop.
right,
Hold on.
speak on it.
Do you really think he killed himself too? Really, homie? Come on, bro.
I do not.
Coldest shit ever.
I do not.
Or no? Did he? Let's change the word. Did he unalive himself
I've never believed that he did,
at all?
and you know, he did that under the Trump administration. So
Yeah.
who else? You know, so he was in a federal prison and became unalive under the Trump administration. So I know
Come
people
on.
blame Biden.
Somebody know.
They try to blame Biden and all that, but come on. But at the same time, okay, Trump was the president and then Biden was president. Why didn't Biden uncover the real? If Trump was on them Epstein files, how come Biden didn't put that out? So my lack of trust is for
Self
everybody.
politicking again. They self politicking again. That shit
You feel
comes
what
up
I'm
again
saying?
too. Real talk. They know, bro.
This is
We the
this
ones
is
that gotta
it.
suffer, Stone. We gotta suffer the communities, the constituents. Look at them words I'm using. You know what I'm saying?
Who
I'm
do you
trying to learn
trust?
my trying to get my vocabulary better, people.
Who do you trust? Biden didn't come out. Why Elon Musk have to tell us that Trump was on them Epstein files? How come Biden didn't use that when they was campaigning against each other? Biden should have been like, "Hey man, you on the Epstein
He couldn't
file?"
remember. He forgot.
Well, shit,
He forgot.
Kamala was vice president. She seen the Epstein files, and Musk seen them. Kamala seen them.
Hey, for real. Hey, here, let's ask hey, Kamala. Come on. You know what's on them files too, lady. Tell us. Quit hiding it.
It don't make. That's what I'm saying. Like they covering for each other. That's why when it comes to the politics, I mean when it comes to the voting, I keep my eyes open and try to understand what's going on, but I try to understand it from the point of view of my people and how we should be thinking about it. But as far as feeling like we're gonna vote our way out of our situation, as you see, every 4 years we asking for the same shit over and over again, and it ain't helped us. So we gonna have to figure out a new way to address the issues going on in our community. And until we start looking at it like that and really being able to step out of the bull and see it from through our lens instead of trying to see it from the lens they give us, it's because it's not right. Because we're not even getting the real. They giving us half of what they know, the part that they want us to know. Just like when you go to the church, that and learn their side of Christianity, and they give you what they want you to know about it. They don't want you to read the whole book. They're gonna give you the bits and pieces they want you to know. And it's the same thing with politics in America. They give you the bits and pieces they want you to know so that you look at it the way they want you to look at it instead of looking at it for what it is and how you fit into that situation.
Right. Real talk.
So it's definitely it's definitely something that we as a community gotta figure out with each other though. But
Hold
boom,
that. What up?
I'm at 59 minutes, man. What's happening with you? Where you at? What you got for us?
Man, I apologize to the community for being late anyway. You know, I was supposed to be in there. Phone went. I don't, man, no excuses. Shit, I screwed up. I'm just gonna leave it at that. But I'm here and I got in here though still, you know what I'm saying? But we ain't over, is we? Or does the show continue?
I mean, we can continue, man. I'll
You know
just
what I'm
let you
saying?
know, man. We
Let
have
me go grab something. Hold on.
You know, we at that point. You know, I was freestyling for a good minute, which I don't mind doing. You know, I wish somebody would have tapped in with me though, so we could have had some dialogue. But you know, it is what it is.
Right. I'm back now. So
Yeah,
what?
man.
So where'd you leave off at again? My bad. I apologize. What'd you just say? I stepped
No,
out.
I was just gonna tell you, man. I was trying to update you on everything I went through. You know what I'm saying? I said, you know, I had to give my condolences to Monique and her family. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
V and
The whole family. That's right.
Wolf, her kids and all that, man. That's you know that's a sad one. You know what I mean? For me, man,
Rest
if
in peace, though,
you was in
bro.
the Fillmores, man, if you was in the Fillmores,
Come on.
I got love for you. So
Hey, I
that's
came in late though.
it
Hey,
is, man.
hey, back in the day, them Fillmore's was something else, boy.
Yes, sir,
History
man.
over there though. A lot of
There's
history.
a lot going on, man. You know what I mean? A lot of different lot of different perspectives going on in there. You know what I'm saying? You had the hustlers, you know, you had the Crips, you had the blood affiliates.
And yeah, then
You know what I
then,
mean?
then it switched up later on. I moved in there later on. That was the craziest shit ever in life. When I moved in there, I didn't know what to expect.
There's a
So you
lot
know,
going on. Yeah, cause the reputation was it was Crips hood. So cats didn't know what was going on in there. You know what I mean? I remember me and Pern had a hell of a talk about that. Rest in peace. But it's a but yeah, when moved in there, it was popping. It started when you and Vid all that was in there, y'all like brought it back. Like y'all energy brought it back to like it was
come on, man.
a lot going on up in there, man. We was in there every day. I couldn't stay out of
That's
them bars. So
for real.
you know, it was on. It was a lot going on right there, man. The mid '90s in the Fillmores was popping. You know,
Handsome Dam. That's where they used. Handsome Dam was the spot, but it's where we all grew up. Yeah, I done jumped to Handsome Dam, but that's where it was. Where we had the lowrider shows. A lot of shit went on at that park, man. A lot of shit over the years, bro. A lot of shit. Remember when it was water down there? Um, Remember the train they used to ride around in there. Come on, man. Baseball park across the field. Them was the days, man. Clever, we love you. Salute, shit. You know what I'm saying?
hey,
We're
I was
change.
just
We're
I was
changing
just
for that.
telling my boy the other day, like man, Pacoima was beautiful. You had
Come on,
water,
man.
you got the horse trails, you got mountains, you got it ain't nothing that's not right there. Nothing that's not right there. That's like a real we like
You got Foothill too.
just
Foothill
beautiful.
division.
Yeah,
We
man.
got our Foothill division. Say, hey, if y'all don't know, that's Foothill division. That's who whooped Rodney King's ass. Rodney King was sliding through Pacoima, man, trying to get on that 210, trying to get home. And from what I was, yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. But there was a lot of shit going on at that time. What a lot of people don't know was cracking in the neighborhood, and they thought he was. They he got caught up at that time when a lot of shit was popping in the hood around that around that time frame. While he was shooting through trying to get to Pasadena, so it was mistaken. He was with. They thought he was somebody else, and the rest is history. Crazy. As my homie
So
would say, that's
so
some nasty work.
so it's safe to say that Rodney King wasn't the first black dude that got beat up like that by the Foothill Division Police Department.
Hell
They,
nah.
they just got caught on camera that time.
Exactly. It happened to be, and thank God, on the person that was filming it out of the mountain backs. That's what we got talking about the mountain backs, huh?
Right there in the
And
mountain backs.
yeah,
Yup.
shit crazy. Just bring it back, man. You know, I went there, y'all. I jumped from this and went all the way back. But that's what it is.
Hey, I always tell the story. Me and my boy Twan was out that night. We saw the lights and hit that right on Osborne. We ended up in Panorama City, seeing it on the news a couple nights later. That's what was going on. They was whooping on Rodney right then. We was out. It was over spring break. I had my stepdad's car. We out
Okay.
drinking 40s, and I didn't want to get pulled over. We seen the lights. I hit that right on Osborne. Boom. Next thing I know, we was in Panama City, but I didn't know that I didn't know that they was beating on dude like that. But
Wow.
I have seen them whoop on other people like that though. That's not the first time.
For real.
That wasn't the first time somebody got whooped on like that by Foothill Division. That's for
Yeah, they did.
sure.
They did homies and all. They did a couple of homies like that too. And when we was underage, they tipped our ass up. Punk motherfuckers. Shit. You know,
You know what
that's
I'm
them
saying?
days, bro. But I'm glad we older, we learned, and it's a new stage, y'all. Trying to do something different. Actually, trying to say
I
the
got
youth.
we gotta do something different, man. Gotta
Yeah,
be
for the youth, man.
yeah.
Here's one though. I ain't gonna call. They like the word YNs, young brothers, homie. I'm gonna say that. We just trying to reach out to y'all, man. Ain't nobody trying to tell y'all no reckless shit. Y'all the future. If y'all don't know it, y'all really are the future. If y'all really sat back and thought about it, man, y'all are the future. Get your minds right. Blue and red can make money. Believe that. Blue and red get together and make money, man. That's what the biggest obstacle is. That blue and red over here in Cali, man. Southern Cali, I guess. I'll
Hey,
say it like that.
did you see Snoop Dogg performance on the BTs last night?
I fell asleep, bro.
He had the red and the blues up there.
Okay,
I
okay. See,
don't
I
know if
missed it.
they was I don't know if they was real
Officials.
street. Yeah, I don't think
Okay.
they was real street dudes because they was dancing a little too hard.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
Okay.
I mean they was doing it though. They was dancing, but they didn't look. They didn't
Oh,
have. They was flamed up and they was
okay.
blued
They
up,
had okay, okay.
but they rags and everything. But
You think
I
Snoop was
don't,
trying to make up? Hey, Snoop was trying to make up for that, making his money, that little extra money he made with Donald Trump.
man. See, I've never heard Snoop comment on what he was doing and why he did that. I'm sure it has something to do with Trump letting Harry O out and how he went. How Snoop was a part of that. But Snoop, I've never seen him shake hands with Donald Trump. I've never seen him show up at a Trump rally. He performed at a Trump rally where Trump was at. He did a inauguration party. He performed at an inauguration party in L.A., but Trump was like in D.C. or something. So why he did it, I would love. I gotta wait to hear him comment on it, and it don't seem like he comments on it. So I don't know what to say about it.
Right.
But a lot of people saw it as I
Hey,
think.
hey, have you got in touch with the brother from the yard yet? What happened with the brothers from the yard? Where y'all at?
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
I
The
talk.
yard. Hold on, let me do it. Hold on, let me say something.
Got
You know who we talking about, yard? You know, I want y'all to come on the show and explain this and show them y'all get down. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Postman. Uh, the other homie. You know,
Black men fit.
come on, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I know what you talking about.
So just trying to get some more brothers on here, family members. We all family. action. You know what I'm saying? We all tied in together some way, somehow. That whole city is related, all the way around, from the OVG to the two Ps to the front street. We all family. Don't forget that. Don't get mad because you got homies that's connected to the other side. That's just what it is. Shit. On the real, we didn't know that back then, or we didn't think about it back then. But I learned, I learned my lesson, homie. I really did. Was blinded back then. Blinded, bro.
Hey, it's different when you living in the moment and nobody giving you no instructions. You feel me? We
For
pretty
real.
Most of us grew up without no instructions, so therefore you took what you saw and did and did what you had to do to survive.
Right. Oh, one more thing,
No
bro.
excuse. There's no excuse for us not to give
That's
instruction
right.
to not give instruction to the generation below us. Like that's kind of that's the duty. We supposed to get that instruction. I think our fathers felt like, shit, y'all got it better than us. I think our fathers felt like we had it better than them, so they didn't really need to say too much. Like, shit, y'all ain't dealing with dogs being sicked on you and water hoses and shit. Y'all ain't gotta fight for nothing. Y'all could just go get a job wherever the fuck you want to and do your thing. So I think that generation just pretty much was like, y'all good. Just do your just and kind of put us on autopilot. I ain't saying that's right, but like I say, I like to try to give a perspective from the lens of the people around me. I take myself out of it. What could have been what might have been their thought? Did they mean to just let us be bastards, not let us
Right.
give us no instruction to this shit? I don't know. I hope not. So I'm gonna give them that. Like, hey, maybe they thought we was good.
Right.
We grew up after Martin Luther King, after uh the civil rights bill went into effect. So in their mind, they was like, shit, y'all don't need y'all what y'all need. It's there.
Hey, like you said, man, that our era was the coldest. Like Bone said, the bastards of the party. That Crip and Blood era back then, we took out a lot of good people on both sides, bro. Craziest shit ever. All our
Man.
the coldest homies took out the coldest homies. Got
That
the
if that generation would have been allowed to flourish under them rules and laws that the Panthers was handing down, and that mentality, we'd have been a cold, or we'd have been cold.
come on, man.
Cause like
It's
like
like I say, when I was
whatever.
coming up, them gang banging names, them gang bangers, them homies from all the Crips and the Bloods, them what do you call them shot callers and all that. They gone or they got killed. You know what I'm saying? The ones that had that word, sir. I ain't gonna say their names, but from every hood, y'all know y'all homies that came home that was like that. Damn, now he gone. And I say we we killed our own leaders too, and didn't even know it, thinking that we getting a stripe on killing the next homie or the next dude. Fuck no. But I remember how we used to think, and then it's just crazy, man, because when you look at it, it's just real. The real G's, the solid homies, they gone. You still got them, but the solid ones, reputables, they gone. There's only very few left from all the neighborhoods. They don't want to listen. Some will listen to them, but a lot of them don't want to listen. For real, bro.
Hey, it's what what can you tell if you can't feed them? What can you tell them? And that's what I was saying about about the Panthers. They was actually feeding the neighborhood. Kids was going to them and eating before they went to school. They was eating breakfast on them. That was the first free meal, so they feeding them. So that mentality was going right into them.
Yeah, because look, Stone, it was going, it was happening with us too. Remember the school lunches and all that shit was almost. We had it going. It was going on too. Because I remember we always used to go get them school lunches. I don't know. We went to McCormick Elementary.
The
You ever go?
government copied off the Panthers though.
Right, right,
The Panthers used to
right.
do that without no government help. They was just feeding the neighborhood kids. But and the neighborhood kids was growing up to what? I want to be a Panther. So that's how that shit was growing. And when the feds seen that shit, they like, nah, we gotta get rid of this shit. And they
They
cut
don't
that.
want us to flourish, homie. They don't want us to flourish. They scared of us.
I would
Sorry,
not
but
with
it's
not with
true.
that mentality. Hell no.
They don't want us to flourish, bro. A couple of
Not with
strong
that.
minds scares the shit out of them. There's a reason why they erased our history. Uh-oh.
Trying to.
Send it to Bo Ram. Bo Ram trying to get in. We coming to get you, Bo Ram. But dang, Stone just he jumped on without me. You know, I didn't hear it in none of my notifications, probably because it was all logged into my Bluetooth. Some said, look at it. I said, man, he ain't called me. What's going on? He said, F it, I'm gonna go in and start without my brother. It's all good.
Nah, I hit you. I hit
You
you,
did
but
though. It did. No, you did. I
nah,
didn't see it because I had the earphone. I had
we
it.
said we doing something tonight. I'm like, man, I got so I just went on by myself. I wanted to see, I wanted to get some
You
things on
did it.
there. So you'll see when you look at it if it's
Did
it.
you talk about so? What else I wanted to tell you about? What we supposed to talk about? It slipped my mind. I have something very important to tell you. It'll come up before we get off, hopefully. But yeah, just make sure they hit that comments. Come on, y'all, subscribe and holla at us. There you go,
Rambo.
Rambo. Where you at? We see you, but we don't see you. Is that Rambo from Clubhouse?
I done started.
There you go. He should be coming in by now.
I'm right here.
There you go, sir. How you doing, brother? It's been a minute.
Oh man, I'm just chilling. What's good with y'all?
All
Man,
right,
you
we just
love
sitting
sitting in front of that 49er flag, don't
You love hating it.
you?
there.
You love.
Hey, y'all think I'm crazy about it. Wait until y'all get a bowl of John John.
Oh yeah, we already know. We already know. Me and Trig always talk about.
Yeah, Trigg was supposed to be hanging out with us tonight, man. So we was looking for the yard. So Rambo, if you know anything about the yard channel, we looking for them. We trying to get them to come on the show and
You looking
let
for
these
it?
people know.
They running from us, man.
Okay, that's what it is.
Hey, they gonna try to get us to work out with them. Hey, let me tell you something. I went and worked out with Lil Ed. This been about had to be about almost 20 years ago because my daughter wasn't.
You
But
ain't forgot
man,
either.
hey, that boy nearly killed me. Ed got a cold workout. He got a cold workout.
I already be seeing. I be
You
seeing what
already
they
on the
do on
real.
Instagram. Like,
Hey,
ooh,
but I tell you this though, he had me right. He had me
Okay.
right. I used to go to Gold's Gym with him up in Silmore, and then we even had a weight pal in the back of the Cable's house, Michael Cable and Ronald Cable. We used to lift weights over there. That was like the penitentiary yard when we was over there. But
Wow.
me and Ed would hit that Gold's Gym. Boy tried to kill me.
Hey, yeah. I used to go on that. I go on that hill with I used to go on that hill every Sunday with Treg too, with John John too, and woo, he be running up that mug damn near. Like, man, I will see y'all when I get there.
Hey, you see that little challenge he put up a few weeks ago, where he was on his knees and he jumped up to his feet? You seen that?
I didn't see that one.
Nah.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, I tried it.
Well,
Didn't work. Didn't work.
he was showing the people that he's fully recovered from his injury.
I guess so. I guess so. But he did a challenge, and it looked at basic. I'm gonna tell you now, it looked at basic. Yeah, I got down there on my knees. I couldn't even hop. I just
Damn.
got down on my knees and got up, tapped out.
Hey, hey, man, yeah. I gotta get. I was just telling man, I gotta get my motivation back to where I just hit it, just bam, just go. I was right. I was
Yeah.
on at one time, but I ain't been able to get that motivation back.
I'm gonna get back at it. I'm gonna uh, build a patio in another building in my backyard, like a little room in my backyard, and I'm gonna have a weight room in there, and I'm gonna get back at it because I got about 1,000 pounds of Olympic weight that I bought for my sons,
Wow,
so I still got it. The machine got everything.
man, yeah. That's hey, I got a bunch of workout equipment too, man. Don't be letting all the spider webs and shit get on there.
Man,
Oh man, even my
yeah.
dumbbells, like damn, I don't know why. The motivation just don't be there right now. I gotta
I,
get back.
I dang near sold it when the COVID hit. Weights was going for high when that COVID hit because
Huh?
everybody was in the house working out, couldn't do nothing. So they was buying weights.
Damn.
Yeah, they was. It's time to get back on that program too, for real.
Hey, did you check out that BET Awards last night, Rambo?
Yeah, I seen some of it. I seen most of it.
Okay.
So what y'all can I fell asleep.
Hey,
So I didn't
that
go ahead.
motherfucker was down there 4 hours, huh? That motherfucker was long.
Who do you think was the best performance? What do you consider one of the best performances last night? Who performed
Say that
not
again, Stump. I couldn't hear you because it went out on me.
Okay, I thought you had froze. No, I was saying it was that. Hey, that show was like damn near 4 hours, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Hey,
Cause I
did they ever bring Bow Wow out?
Bow Wow came out when they was doing the 106 in Park performing.
Okay, that's what I wanted to see because he the one that set that 106 in Park off.
Yeah, that's
He
what they
he
called it.
he, he missed the
106
106 in Park for real.
Yeah, yup.
They probably had him come out last.
Did you see the Snoop Dogg performance though?
Yeah,
That shit was.
yeah.
So what? Then what? Like they had the flags and everything, but they probably wasn't real gangbangers, huh? Did you think they was real?
Nah, you could tell the way they was dancing. Ain't no gangbanger gonna move like that.
That's what Stone said.
They
Stone, that's
they had
exactly
a
what
little.
he
They
said.
had, and I heard. I hate to use the word sassy because girls want to call everything sassy, but that was a sassy crip walk.
Hey,
Oh
that's what
wow.
I
Oh,
said.
they're gonna be mad at you.
Hey, I said the same shit. I was like, ah. And then I don't think no Bloods would have been crip walking like that. They had the flags, but they was crip walking, and like you say, it looked a
But but
little.
but see, he's an entertainer, so I understand the concept, and it was a good
Oh yeah,
concept. I
yeah,
can't
yeah,
knock
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not taking nothing from the concept.
No, no, nah, yeah,
Man
yeah,
flew together was beautiful. But yeah,
yeah.
like I don't think there was real, stand down dudes. But nah, the performance was tight though. I liked it. That whole shit, the whole set was nice. And then I liked it. Tiana Taylor, how she was suspended in midair, pop locking and shit. I was like, oh, that shit was tight.
Yeah.
That was a
But you
cool.
know where she got that from?
Who?
That Chris Brown did that.
Chris Brown?
Chris Brown did that few years ago. Had him in midair doing that was dang near a rendition of Chris Brown's show.
Wow. See, I didn't know that.
But I ain't mad at her because she made it hers.
Yeah, she did
And
that.
and and to be honest with you, I didn't know she was a singer until my wife told me. I thought she was just famous for being a dancer and a choreographer. But my wife not like, nah, she's a singer. She can
No.
sing too.
And look, Bone hit me and told me I need to watch that movie Straw. And then my wife said she watched it without me already. So I ain't even. Hey, you muted or something, Bone.
Ask her was she crying.
Dang, that's what she told me. She's like, I don't know if you want to watch that because it's sad. I was like,
It's
oh,
deep, bro. It's deep.
It's deep. It's deep.
It's deep, homie.
y'all was
Hey,
crying.
salute. Hey, she could. Hey, she
Hey,
Taraji. Taraji's
Y'all
one
was
hell of an
crying. Don't
actress,
try
bro.
to ignore everything. Y'all
Hey,
was
nigga,
crying.
hey,
hey,
shit
hey,
happens.
on the real, hey, Stone, on the real, Stone. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I was you, I probably would have been crying.
You was me.
Yeah, if I was you, I would have been crying like a motherfucker.
Y'all
Hey,
ain't
but back,
saying it. I don't know what you said. I don't know what you said
hey,
yet.
you gotta check it out though. It's deep, man. Salute to her because she did her shit in that movie, bro.
Hey, but look,
And what's her name?
I
Tiana Taylor.
don't know if your wife overtalked the movies, but if she do, tell her don't do that. Let you watch it.
She didn't.
You
She
got
didn't
yep.
tell me shit. It said I don't know if you want
Okay.
to see it. That's all she told me. But she said it was
But
good.
but when y'all sit down and watch it together, don't let her narrate
Right, right, right,
because
right.
it's a cold twist. And
That, that's
my
it, and
wife
that's
was
all.
lightweight narrating, but I wasn't prepared for it. But
Wow.
she was lightweight narrating the
She
shit.
saw it before you already. She had seen it before you already.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Because
okay.
you know, a lot of times my wife will go see things, even at the movie. She'll go, because man, my wife is a movie buff. She'll go to the movies 13 times in 2 days if she can. But a lot of times my wife will screen movies and then let me know if
It's
if
worth
I
it.
should watch it or if I might want to watch it. So
Yeah, my wife said Tiana Taylor did her thing in that movie though, so I was like, okay. And then
Tiana Taylor, she was in that movie. Oh yeah, she
Yeah,
was in
don't
there.
say nothing. Don't do that.
her
Can't
and
tell
her
them
and
nothing. She was
Taraji.
in the movie. It
Nah, I
was
ain't gonna
nice
tell
though,
them.
homie. Hey, it was nice. She did her shit. Both of them.
It's a Tyler Perry movie though.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hmm.
sir.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, hold on. Speaking of movies, have y'all? I ain't seen Sinners yet, and that's the talk of the town too. What about that?
That
Have
shit
you
I
was
ain't
seen it?
seen it.
I seen
Me
it.
either.
I
Is
seen
it
it.
Is it
good?
okay?
It's good. Hell yeah, it's good.
Okay. So
Hell
I
I'm
yeah.
gonna
gotta
have to
watch it
watch it
then.
in the daytime.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hey look. my wife was like, we not watching that in the house though. Like hell no. Like you know what I mean? Certain shit.
Whoa,
Like, yeah,
like
keep that
that?
shit outside the house. But yeah, that shit was good.
My wife told me I might not want to see it,
Yeah, that shit.
Whoa.
It gets
but I
good.
heard it's
Kevin
good.
Hart told a little bit. I see Kevin Hart talking about a little bit of it on BT last night,
Oh yeah,
clowning.
he was
Yeah.
clowning Kanye West. Like tell Kanye
Okay.
stay outside. Don't let
Yeah. See, so
like, don't let
when he
Kanye.
said, I said, damn. So
I'll be right back.
okay.
All right, nah, Sinners
So what? Okay.
Sinners was
What?
good.
Okay. You heard about Lil Coco, the one the Wimbledon Open,
She won the French Open. Yup.
the French. Okay, so one of them, the first. It's
Coco
been the
Golf.
first. Yeah, the first American to win it in a decade. And you know who the last one was, though,
In
right?
2015. I'm a tennis buff, man. I watch tennis. I watch
Oh,
tennis.
I like that shit too. I ain't even gonna lie. I like volleyball too, homie.
I ain't gonna lie.
Shit,
I watch a little volleyball.
volleyball the shit too.
I'm definitely up on my tennis.
Okay.
Fe, damn, excuse me. Female tennis is because they got Americans in there. Like the male side, everybody's foreign.
Okay.
But I watched me some tennis though, and yeah, Coco Golf she did her thing, and did you see old girl diss her though afterwards?
Think so. No, I didn't finish watching it all, but I know what you're talking about because they was
Oh
talking about
girl,
it. That
yeah,
just turned me.
the girl she beat didn't want to give her props. She was like,
Oh wow, I didn't know that
she
happened.
didn't want to give her props. She was like, yeah, I just played so bad. It wasn't like she played good or nothing. Like she said some
Oh,
shit
she
like
said
that.
that.
Yeah, she
Ooh, see, I
yeah,
didn't know that.
she was kind
Damn.
of respectful with it.
Hey, so that's what you call a sore loser.
Sort of.
Poor woman's mean shit.
Yeah, that was bad. That was she was she didn't like that Coco beat her, but she
Hey, oh, I,
smashed her.
I, I seen, I seen Aaron Rodgers in that Pittsburgh jersey, boy. Is it really finna go down like that?
It's
Him and
already
DK throwing touch passes like that?
that's a signed deal. It's done. Aaron Rodgers
Hey,
Ooh,
Aaron Rodgers is starting quarterback for Pittsburgh. What Rambo holding up? Death row. Oh, that's a T-shirt.
remember what I was telling you on that video I sent you, Bone?
Yeah. Okay.
right, right.
This the shirts.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So I
So
was there.
you got your death row stories, homie. Real talk.
A little
Before,
bit.
yeah. So
I be
that's what I'm
tripping
talking
off
about.
all
We
the
gonna get
stuff
to
they
know.
be talking about on the internet right now with with Reggie Wright. They going in on him. But ain't none of that
For
shit true.
real, for
You say
real,
it's
for
not it's
real.
not true.
Yeah, a lot of that shit. Not that, they going on one now talking about he set Tupac up and all that. That shit ain't true.
Damn.
Keepy D trying to spin that, but shit, he done ran his mouth too much.
Yeah, Keefy D. Man, I bet he wish he'd just shut up.
Man.
Hey, hey, you know that dude, huh?
Who?
You know Reggie, right?
Yeah, I talked to him the other day.
Oh, okay. Damn.
I know
What?
Red's good. I know
So
Red's good.
you got some insight on the? Oh no, I'm thinking of Gene Deal. My fault. My fault. I was about to ask you for some insight on the P Diddy trial.
On the puppy stuff.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't got none of that.
Yeah.
No.
I think.
Damn.
Uh, I think he's.
How many years you been knowing? Hey, hey, Rambo. How long? How many years you been knowing
Reggie,
Red?
about 21. Cause I
How'd you
met him
meet
in
him?
like 99.
Through who?
Pooh. Pooh
Who? The
said all
homie
that.
Pooh? Pooh
Huh?
Rider? Pooh,
Yeah,
rest in
Pooh
peace,
said all
Pooh
that.
Rider. See? So hey, Pooh was there.
Nah,
I
yeah,
remember
Pooh
when
was the
Pooh.
one that set everything up.
Right.
And then after Pooh went to jail, me and Reggie still kept in contact. So I started going to shows and all kinds of different things with Reggie. And then when he kind of moved on from that and started doing other stuff, I should have stayed messing with him, but I just kind of like started doing other things myself.
Man.
Yeah, but we stayed in contact. Every now and then he'll pick up the phone and call me.
Okay,
Mm.
okay.
Damn, that's
Hey,
not.
Pooh Rider. Hey, Pooh Rider. Hey, I remember when Pooh Rider came home with that Death Row Imp, he had the tattooed on his back.
Well, he did that in the streets. I took him to go get it done. He got
Oh
it done
shit.
right there in the hood, right there next door to the rib rack.
Okay. Oh wow, right there on Foothill.
No,
I mean not on
Glen
Foothill,
Oaks,
on Glen Oaks. I'm tripping. On Glen
Glen Oaks,
Oaks.
Glen Oaks and Osborne.
Glen Oaks and Osborne.
Yeah, I took him to
The
the
video agenda was
tattoo
already
parlor.
gone, huh?
Huh?
Was the video agenda still there? Or was it already
Uh,
gone?
shit, I don't know. I can't remember that. That's like if you see
Video.
some of the last of the Death Row videos, anytime after about 99, 2000, anybody standing with their back turned with that on it, that's Pooh. You know,
Okay.
whatever video you see after like 2000 up until it fell flat, that's Pooh standing there. But yeah, I think he had his arms up because if he would have had his arm down, you would see the two P's.
Okay.
Or either they put makeup on it to cover it up. I don't know.
Yeah.
And he had that motherfucker big on his back. I wouldn't
I
have did it.
remember. You took it. You took him. Who did it? Who put it? You remember the artist that did it?
Nah. I don't remember his name.
Okay. Go ahead, Stone. Pick his brain.
Shit,
I tell you, rap. Hey, I go way back with him, bro. I ain't even gonna front, man. Since the 7th grade.
did
7th grade. He laughs. I ain't gonna do that right now. He laughed. I ain't gonna do that. But you know, them nom stories we got for him too later on down the line. Especially when your brother get here. Cause yeah, we go Boo Black gonna come and tell a story, man. You know what I'm saying?
He got stories.
You know, salute to Boo Black, to G homie.
Boo Black, man.
Oh, yeah, ask that question right now while we live so they can comment. Whoever see this, remember that we was talking about the squabbles and if you ain't got hands.
Oh, I mean, go in your comments and who you think got the top 5 best squabbles. And see, I'm gonna start it off by saying my brother, and I ain't saying that just because my brother, because he done show and proved pretty much for Coleman. Everybody done heard something or know something. But I'm gonna say up in the top 5, I'm gonna give him in the top 3, and that's just for the homies because McCormick itself is big, but we talking about the homies. I'm gonna put him at the top 3, and then we'll figure it out from there. We got to find the other 2 contenders.
Okay. And here's another one. Every homie that grew up when they was younger, what story do y'all got that you had to go through running through Boo Black?
Yeah.
Every young homie that's up. Well, shit, I got my story, man. When we grew up and we was young, and Boo Black got me by a year when we was playing pick up and run. Nigga dropped me my fucking dome, bro. Playing football.
I'm gonna tell you for that. I'm gonna tell you something. Be honest with you. If you can get just all the Fishers alone, all the ones from Fishbone down, all the way down to Chance and maybe Marcus. Marcus probably got socked on a couple times, but I know Chance was like the last of the Mohicans on that. But they whole family, they looking for Boo. They gonna jump him when they see him.
Boo Black, okay.
Yeah, all them want him. Mike, Lil Hog, Lil Greg, Lil Gary.
Lil Greg represents that man that's behind you too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. Hell yeah, he do. He talk. He hear me. And when he see this, it's going down again this year. We swept y'all ass. So
he stay playing as well.
Shit.
But like you talk to them, but anybody that grew up in the night, if you can find the right essays, they'll tell you. Man, he didn't discriminate. He was an equal opportunist.
Hey, everybody. Hey, that's what everybody learned. That's what it said. That it ain't a myth. You had to go through that bullshit with Boo Black, bro. Real talk. Everybody. That's why a lot of homies can squab too.
Yeah.
Real talk. We got squabbers coming up out of there, y'all. Real shit.
Yeah, I can't wait to get his story, man, from his mouth. Yeah,
you know, one of the funniest things, and I've seen this a lot. People be, talking about him, right? And then when you know someone that don't know him at all, they see him, the first thing they say is this little dude.
For
And
real.
by the time it's over with, shit, he taller than them.
Man,
But that's what a lot of people trip off of his size. You know, he ain't never really been a big dude like that.
that's crazy. Cause whatever shit, he like 6 years older than me. But I guess, if I'm 11 and he like 16, 17, y'all motherfuckers look big as a motherfucker back then.
Yeah.
Hey, Rambo started a lot of that shit too, y'all. So yeah,
Started what?
all
Boom,
that
getting into fights.
getting all that old shit activities. He's one of the
Man,
ones.
man, Boo started that.
Shit.
It kind of fell on me because shoot, people thought I was like that. So I'm walking up and they squaring up, and so we do. You know, in the hood we did what we did in fun, but everybody was in training. But Boo was the one. I wasn't into that, but Boo was, and it just trickled down because, especially for a lot of them youngsters, they couldn't catch him. They started jumping me, so it just turned into what it turned into. You know, now I got to sock them up when I see them, and but you know, we all got done like that in them noms, man. It started off with them Taylors, man. Anybody know the Taylors? Big, Gramps, Greg, and all them. It started with them. And Clarence, Clarence would catch you behind one of them buildings and put hands on you. Clarence had a thing called 3 strikes. Don't get that third strike. He had 3 strikes before the police.
Yeah.
But it was all toughening us up. Round belt, Chris Robinson.
Tough love. Tough love. Tough love. That's what it was called.
Yeah, but that's how it was between the Nines and the Peers, man. You could just be walking past one of your homeboys. Y'all gonna fire on each other. Now ain't nobody hitting each other in the face trying to break jaws or nothing like that. But you're gonna get a good body blow. You know what I'm saying?
The slap box was on back then, homie. Until niggas got poked in the motherfucking eye. And that's
Yeah.
when it was over. No more. But yeah, a few of them slap boxes.
We used to have Hell Week against the little homies. And it wasn't no certain time, no rhyme or reason. It just I don't know. It just every summer Hell Week just kicked off and big homies against the little homies, and that shit would go on for about a week or two. And Stone, when them cracked, it damn near be some real fighting going on. You know, it wasn't no plan. Back then, homies was homies. You know, wasn't nobody going to pull out no thing. You know what I'm saying? Didn't nobody really get mad. They understood it was all in fun and love, but man, we was man hitting like grown men. It
had
was
to
cool though.
had to get
A
your
lot of people
family.
don't know, man. It was actually fun in them noms, man. You get enough, even like with the females, you get them to sit down with you. They'll tell you, man, it was fun. A lot of people were scared to come in there, but I guess by living in there, you can't see what they fear.
Yeah, nah, uh, I used to hear all the stories. But you know what I'm saying? Like I tell everybody, man, if I would have went to McClay and had to walk through them motherfuckers, I'm pretty sure, my life probably would have turned out a little bit different. But
Yeah,
but being able to kind of be from the outside looking in, kind of do at my leisure, do whatever the fuck I want to do, how I do it.
yeah. Hey, but look,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm cause I gotta do this paperwork. Um, but I just wanted to tap in with y'all for a few minutes or
We
two.
appreciate it, man. We appreciate it. Cause
Yeah,
yeah,
any time. Wish I could stay longer, but I gotta do this thing paperwork, man. I gotta go take this drug test for my job
for
and
sure.
all that shit. So I gotta get all this stuff done.
All right,
You know
Rambo.
how
Good
that
look.
is. Yeah. All right, y'all.
All right, all right.
I gotta figure out how to chime out.
Just hit leave.
Oh, there you go. All right, Bone.
All right, homie. Appreciate you coming hanging out with us.
Sir.
All the time.
Hey, before you go, you got anything else you got to say?
You know, I always got something to say, but not right now.
Okay, for sure.
I got to.
All right,
Yeah, I got to
man.
get. All right.
All right.
Later.
All right.
What's up? Yeah, Red Bone, man. It's shit. We at 145, man.
You ready to shut it down?
Yeah, it's about that time, man. You
All
know.
right. Well, salute to everybody out there. You know what I'm saying? My relative Have just called. That's who I was on the phone with. So we're gonna get him and Boo on soon, y'all. So don't trip. We got another story coming about Home Junior High, Part 2. Stay tuned.
Yeah. Nah, hey,
For sure.
everybody that's out there that caught the first 40 minutes. I appreciate y'all for checking your boy
I
out.
missed the first 40.
Yeah, Red Bone didn't tap me until about 40 minutes or
40
so.
minutes later.
But that's cool. At least he tapped in. We still got an hour out of him. We squeezing for an hour though. But
Okay, for sure.
so so with that though, we out. And we'll see y'all on the next one.
Okay. Yep. I got this, Stone.